Welcome back everyone, my name is Tony Darroch and this is a How to Craft Network studio. What a fabulous day we're having so far. Now over the course of the day so far, you've seen many different brands, all bringing you something new, something creative, something innovative. They've all been equally amazing. Okay, but the show that I'm just about to talk about now is different. It's not really about selling. We do have products on the counter, but the reason that I put this show in for you today is because one, we have a fabulous guest who is amazing at colouring and she has been here before, and two, I want you to get a little bit more education with relation to your alcohol markers. Whether it be my alcohol markers or anybody's alcohol markers, I always think it's fruitful for us to get a little bit of help, advice, hints and tips on our colouring, because I'm not the best at it, but when I watch Michelle, I'm in total awe about the things that look so complicated but are actually quite easy once it's been broken down for you. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what's on the counter, and then we're going to get straight over to Michelle, who's just going to talk you through how to colour some skin. So it's more about a colouring class. If you like the stamps, you can absolutely buy them. If you have alcohol markers at home, then so be it. You can use those too. You can incorporate those in. And it's a couple of stamps that have beautiful faces on them. So one of which we've just seen in the last show. So all of the stamps again are £9.50. Is that correct? Yes, £9.50 in the club, all three stamps. So there are two new ones on the counter. But we have got our alcohol markers. So we have two sets here. We have the scenic and the natural. Let me just show you. So this has skin tone colours in here for you. Up to Daisy, okay? I thought she'd fallen over then. Fainted on me. And you've got some skin tone colours in here. That's why it's in here. And then we get our lovely scenic collection, which has got the beautiful pinks and creams tones for skin and a fairer skin as well. So I've tried to put a bundle together that will work. Now we've had these for about 2 years now. Photopolymer nibs, the best nibs in the industry. I will just show you. As you can see here, they are an incredible nib. There we go. Perfect. So you get a brush and a bullet, not a chisel. I had the chisel removed. I didn't think like anybody would be using that chisel. So we have a bullet as well, which you can get in for your fine detail. Now, if you missed out on these are back. Okay, so you'll be able to utilise these in there, and I've put them on at a good price, normally $69.98, but today $42.74 in the club. If you have those discounts, it's going to be less than £40 for two sets of alcohol markers. Moving down the counter, we then have three fabulous stamps. Now, they're all £9.50. We have the Superstar, which Carly just used in her last demonstration. There isn't many of this one left, so I'm hoping if you're wanting a face, the next two are going to help. But this is 100613, and I'll just turn that one around for you. Absolutely beautiful. So if you want to practice on some smaller areas on your face, you can do that because you have the four smaller face designs, but the next two are huge. So this is £9.50, 100613. Then we have this gorgeous one. Good for you. Check this out. My goodness me, good for you. You were born to be real, not to be perfect. I love that sentiment. Absolutely artistic, bright colours. And if you are scared of colouring and don't want to do any colouring on the face, it looks amazing in white. I don't know where that came from. 100617. Normally, these stamps are $16.99. Today, £9.50 in the club. And the last one is another face, because this is the one that Michelle's going to be using. 100618, and this is Selfie. Check that out. Absolutely gorgeous. Now you've got the beautiful lips in there as well, and Michelle's going to show you how to colour the lips as well. 100618. Small counter, but the show is more about a class today rather than selling in this specific show. But if you do like what Michelle's using, absolutely the items are there for you to use should you wish. I'm going to go over to Michelle now, and we're going to get into some lovely colouring. If you've got a cup of tea, you need to come and say hello to our lovely guest. How are you?
I'm fine, darling.
Now, this lady is super talented, ladies and gents. She really is colouring on a whole new level. And she's one of those things you're like, oh, I wish I could do that. But when she actually breaks it down for you, It's so easy. It is so easy. It's about having the right tools and just practicing, I think. So having fun. Before we get into it, though, Michelle, tell me a bit about you, because you've been here once before, haven't you?
I have.
So tell us, what's your crafty? Well, colouring, of course.
I do all colouring, all crafting. It's just I always find that pens are transportable. A lot of people won't get their mixed media out. Pens you can pack into a little bag and take with you wherever you are. My son's disabled, so when he's come flying in, I can just put the pens under the bed or put them under the table, and that's what makes them so easy to pick up.
For you as a crafter.
And these pens are amazing.
You have been using them from the beginning, though, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, she loves them, bless her. So do you want to just show some samples of what we've got?
Yes.
So we've got a couple of skin tones going on here for you to help. Maybe what skin tone do you want to do? Would you like to do a really dark, like a black Afro-Caribbean tone? Or would you like to do a sun-kissed tone? Or just, I mean, come on. These are absolutely ridiculously gorgeous and incredible. Catch that light, catch that halo on that face if you want to. Look at that, that's really making her teeth look white. I need a red lipstick like that.
But yet the teeth are actually grey. But look it, you've coloured it in grey.
Wow, that is so cool.
And these are all with the Gossip markers.
So cool. So, a couple of things we need to know about, Michelle, before we actually get into our colouring. So sometimes when we do it, it is more about, I can't do it, and it's not generally down to you as a crafter. It may be the product that you're using. So sort of cardstock-wise, what do we recommend?
I use 300 GSM as a rule, but you can use a lesser gram as long as you test it. This is why I've tested the colour, because every alcohol marker will come up different. Doesn't matter what type of paper you have. If you have different makes of paper in a box, and you test it on one and then colour on another, it won't come the same.
Right, okay.
So it must be.
Does it have to be smooth or not, do you think?
No, well, I did it on the glitter card previously.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Didn't I? So, no, it doesn't have to be smooth. Alcohol markers, you can colour a face on Oni's Gossip.
Glitter card as well, yes. She coloured it on glitter card last time, alcohol colouring on glitter card. It looked absolutely awesome. So talk me through what colour are we going? The sun-kissed, yeah, good idea. I think we should do sun-kissed with a nice red lip.
A red lip, yes, a bright red lip.
Is that all right? Okay, so go on, I'll stop interfering. I'm just getting a bit giddy, because if I could achieve that, I'd be absolutely over the moon.
I use the brush on this. Now, I will tell you that I've used other brush pens and I do not like them. This is the only brush pen that I use.
Why do you like them? What's different? Do you find the other ones are fluffy?
They fluff up, the nibs go blunt, they bleed.
Yeah.
They're really inferior. This is the only pen that I use, and if people see me lives, they know I don't use a brush pen.
And the other thing as well is you might be thinking, oh, that's a considered purchase for the alcohol markers. You're actually not paying for the pen barrel, you're paying for the nib. When I sourced it, I just wanted the best nib. I took out the chisel because I felt like, who as a crafter uses a chisel? I don't know anybody who really uses a chisel unless it's a really large open space. And I popped in that sort of bullet nib in there as well. So you have got the best nibs in the market on them. So I'm pleased that you actually say that. I don't colour alcohol markers enough. I really should, though, because when I see you work, just awesome.
And you can refill them.
And you can refill them because we have the refills on the
yes. So now I would say to you, don't be precious with it. It's a piece of card. That's all you need to worry about. And you look at where it would naturally fall. So there's a line there. I'm not going to be exact. You're going to go, oh my God, she's making the right mess here. No, I'm not. And you're going around.
So you're using a shade of orange, are you there?
I'm using a shade of orange, and I've
always do a skit. Would you recommend we do like a swatch, maybe?
Yeah, I would do it on the sun. That's an off-cut of that card, so I know it's exactly the same, the right one.
Good shout.
So I'm doing obviously someone that's been either under a sunbed or in some subtropical paradise.
Got a gorgeous tan, not like us.
Never going to happen.
Never going to happen.
And it's if you spend like in a fine, very, very small, you're not going to get anywhere. If with a big IMALA stamp like this, don't be scared of an IMALA stamp to colour it, because it's no different to a small one.
No.
A smaller image is harder to colour.
You think?
Yes, definitely.
So what ink have you stamped in there? Memento?
It's VersaFine Clear.
VersaFine Clear. Perfect. That's one of the ones that works with alcohol markers, but Memento as well. So you always use the opposite. So try and get a smooth card, an ink pad like a Memento or VersaFine Clear, and then you can literally go ahead and play. If you find your image is bleeding, it means you're probably using the wrong ink. And if you find that you're not getting a blend as well, sometimes a card can have a lot of chalk in it, can't it, Michelle? And it just drinks that ink so quick, it doesn't give you the chance to sort of blend on there. So try and get a nice smooth card.
So you're looking at that thinking, my God, what's she done
I am
there?
thinking that, I'm sorry.
Okay, so that's your base.
Oh, sorry. I will write the shades down, Adele, if you want to replicate.
That's fine. I can put it back also on Facebook later. That's not a problem.
Right,
So I'm doing a sun-kissed.
I'll write them down for you so you remember them.
That's fine. I know which one it comes out because it comes out of the floral set.
Right, okay.
So if you have the floral set, but I'll also, because I'll be doing them on Facebook, on the Eureka's, I will also do this a number of times on different pens. Gossip.
So we have a lot of fantastic colourists in our group, colourists in our group. We've got Sharon on the design team as well. Everybody is always doing inspirational content for you. So be sure to check out the Eureka fan page. Michelle's got her own Facebook page as well, where she does lives and things like that. You know, it costs nothing to support the people that give out this content. So go and like the pages, enjoy the pages. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
So Sue B says very hard so far.
As long as you enjoy it, you don't be too intense and look at it and think, oh, it's a piece of card. Never be scared of a pen. That's all it is a pen.
So outside with the orange, and then you've come further in with what number is that one?
This one I'm on is YR24, which is a marigold.
YR24. I'm writing it down for you, ladies. So if you do want to replicate, if you do have these pens, but equally, you do not have to have our pens. Try and think of some shades. Like Michelle's got this sort of like colour here on this piece of paper. Try and get the shades yourself out of whatever other brand you may have as well.
Absolutely. The Maya markers are fantastic.
Maya as well. They sold out in seconds.
They
Can't
did.
believe it. Super affordable for quality, really.
Absolutely. But they weren't refillable.
Yeah.
That's what makes the gossips unique. And the blend is fantastic.
What colour's this one, Michelle?
This is R139, which is flesh. You can see
now it's coming together.
Yeah, now it's coming together. I would say round the lips, you always go slightly darker because it's obviously underneath your lips coming out. So you need to make it slightly darker. This is where a lot of people do it flat, which is why the lips don't look like they're two-dimensional.
Yeah. Don't go too thick with your line, though. She might look like she's had Botox.
Absolutely. Or tattooed. Who would do that? Who would do that?
Karen's saying she could never replicate this. I bet you could, Karen, because I'm feeling quite confident that I could. If Michelle handed me those 3 pens, which I've written down, I could give this a twirl.
And that's the whole point, is to give it a go.
And the other thing as well is, and it's an important thing as well to remember with alcohol markers, is you have to give the alcohol the chance to evaporate.
Yes.
It looks a different colour once the alcohol has evaporated, okay? Absolutely. Give it chance to evaporate, walk away from it, come back. It will look completely different because you can blend and blend and blend. And that's what I found I was doing, blend and blend and blend. I think it was actually Sharon, she's like, you need to give the alcohol a chance to evaporate because it's a different shade. Don't keep working it.
Yeah.
It will naturally change colour. So it's just a little bit of a tip for you there. I'm full of great tips, just don't do it.
But pens are fun. I mean, that's the whole point. Is Christmas Day, if you suddenly think, I read an hour, get them on your lap, do it in front of the television.
Well, you're quite a lappy, not a lappy, that's the wrong word, but a craft on the lap sort of person,
yes,
aren't you? You
yes,
do that anyway, because sometimes you have to get out of it quick because of your son. And...
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes I'm flying around or there's an emergency that I have to deal with and I sort of think, right, fine. But because it's not what I call wet paint or something, I mean, I love all sort of media paints, but you can just put it down. Just put it down, not worry. This magnetic glass mat is perfect for the Eurekas. But if you're not using Eureka, use it for your bigger IMALA images.
Yeah.
Because this is perfect. I use this. This comes on the go with me wherever I'm going. This goes to the hospital to my son. This goes Frank Craft.
It goes everywhere.
It goes everywhere with my large Eureka. So don't feel that.
Look at that already, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, come on. I don't know what to say. Does anybody else have anything to say? Do we have any questions? Come on, somebody ask a question about something. That's a great tip. I know I learned it a while ago. I think it was Sharon on my design team that told me to stop, keep going, give it a break, walk away. And you can smell the alcohol as well. Some are more stronger than others. These are not too strong though, so
no,
they're not strong, are they?
No,
they're not too strong. They have a smell, but they're not strong and overwhelming. But you will have to walk away and come back and let that alcohol evaporate a little bit. You know, get that colour to sort of like settle a little bit.
But equally, if you just want to just stick it on and let it dry, I mean, that's just obviously a brown. On this one, I did a purple. On the other one, on the red one, which is up there, that was a different colour. That was pinky colour. So
this stamp is, lots of you have this stamp in your basket. It's a beautiful stamp, isn't it?
It is
£9.50, 100618.
Crazy.
And we have those 2 sets of alcohol markers. So maybe you haven't got any alcohol markers, but you like what Michelle is showing you. We have a set of alcohol markers in the show as well. But equally, if you have spent hundreds and hundreds of pounds on pens, which a lot of us have done and continue to do, dig them out. If you bought the Himi pens, you know, dig them out. You will be able to replicate this. Just do as Michelle's shown you and get those 3 shades on some scrap paper, which is the same paper you're going to colour on, because they're always a different tone if it's different paper. Great tip that, by the way.
Yeah,
and then start on the outside, come in a little bit, come in a little bit more, and come in a little bit more.
And IMALA, obviously, depending on, I mean, Thirsty Brush, I use these pens with Thirsty Brushes samples. I've used them on Stamps by Me. And I love them. I absolutely love them. And the fact that they
She's already said, I need to find, where's all the refills?
I need some more refills.
Which is nice.
I think we'll go for green eyes.
Oh.
We'll go for green eyes. Eyes are easy. Never worry about eyes. It's a 2-tone colour. So you do the darker at the top. Always do the darker at the top. And do the lighter at the bottom.
And you know, sorry, Michelle, the pens, I created them so they weren't circular, so they don't roll off your desk.
No.
They're ergonomic. They've got the rubber to stop your hands from sweaty palms, and they don't roll off your desk either. They stay put when you put them down as well.
Absolutely. We're going to do green eyeshadow. You're going to go, oh, green. Green's very in at the moment. So we're going to go up here. We're going to just do a little bit of a tone of green, just to make her look sultry. Right, she's not going to go on a night out. Now we're going to do red lips.
So Karen's saying, what colour for the first colour? It was R14, Karen, R14.
Right, so we're going to do exactly the same with the lips.
Oh, I'm excited about the lips. Let's just move these.
So we're going to use, this is just the red.
Let me write it down. So I'll write lips for everybody so you can screenshot or screen grab. We've got R4. What's that one, my lovely?
I don't know. Oh, R1.
R1.
So I've used them that much that I've actually taken off the end.
And has this one got one on? R10.
Yeah, so you've got 3 different tones. Always go by the power of 3. Some of my demonstrations I will do 5 colours, etc. But this is a sun kiss. This is supposed to be fun and not stressful. And as I say, I can break this down for you later. That's not a problem. Always remember that obviously you've got on there, you've got your different indication as to what the nib is.
Oh yes, absolutely. So I've popped the cut. Oh sorry, I'll just move it over. Here we go. Anybody who wants to screen grab. So the lips are the bottom 3, the R's, and then the other ones are to create that skin. So again, same format, is it?
Same format. So you're working from the outside because obviously your lips are coming out. So the pout will be nearest the light.
Right.
So unless you've got no lips like me, then you've got no chance.
Or but big ones like me.
I mean, I'd love to have large lips, but it's not going to happen. I tried every lip plumper in the game. No. And then I would just do a thin line round there. Now again, most people would go for the chisel nib. No, go for this nib because it flows easier and it will blend in with your skin.
I'm just looking at all the lovely comments. You're all so kind. Michelle is super talented. And like I say, she is on social media pages anyway, doing this all of the time. If you're not a supporter of her group, go and click that like button. You'll get all the notifications when she's live. And then the next spread. This is nice.
This blends in perfectly. Not a problem whatsoever. And you do get inferior kits. And the thing is, it's when you buy a pen set, try it out. I often say to my sort of beginners, get some Crayola. Crayola's a lovely bright colour.
Yeah.
And it blends.
Yeah.
Sharpies, I have no problems blending Sharpies. They're easy.
Really?
Really. But I taught someone, we had a guest at Craft once, and he only drew in pencil. And in an hour, I taught him how to colour in Sharpies.
Yeah.
But then he did it he did future ones in Sharpies. And Sharpies, we know we can get many places, can't we?
Absolutely. Look at that already. I mean, possibly would you have ever imagined you could create that? Michelle's just done it absolutely live. I would have never thought ever I could create that. And I'm not telling fibs here. I can colour a flower this big. A face like that, don't overwhelm me. I'd start having a panic attack if somebody said you had to colour that. But stood at the side of Michelle, and I know you're watching at home, and breaking it down with those numbers there as they are, if you have them already, and knowing that if I get 3 oranges, I can create a sun-kissed look and a pouty lip like that. This is why I brought Michelle in, because we launched our alcohol markers 2 years ago. They're still one of our, and continue to be one of our best-selling products. Absolutely. But we don't touch them enough. And that's because my confidence also isn't great. I can't be doing everything, as you all appreciate. My line really is watercolouring, but I do love to alcohol marker when I do have the time. So Michelle's going to really give you that education and that help and hold your hand when she comes to colouring. She's going to do a lot more Facebook Lives for me as well. She's really going to help us out and encourage you all to do the same as well, because I know you all want to do this. I know you all want to create cards like this, but you're fearful of picking up that pen. Well, if Michelle's going to nudge you and get you to pick up that pen, then I've done a great job. And isn't it good?
Done, and that's with the grey BR6.
And that isn't even on a card.
No.
I'd be saying to somebody, can you sign that, please? Can I just grab a card blank from underneath here?
I've got it here. I can make it up.
Are you sure? I'm just going to...
I'm using some of your glitter.
She's going to mark it up. There we go.
Some of your paper packs.
Oh, wow. Go on then.
Because it's a wonderful card. And don't worry if this comes through, that's fine. It hasn't touched anything else. It certainly hasn't touched anything underneath it. So that's fine.
Bright colours as well. And the pop of red for the lip to bring it all together. It looks lovely as well.
And if you're doing a purple like I've done on that one, obviously the pinky purple, perfect. And that's your 4-pack of card that you do.
Yep. So all the card stock is on the website as well. Just go to the card and paper section if you like that. It comes in a set of sparkle, metallic, pearl and texture all in one set in the same colour wave. So you haven't got to go and buy all the individual packs. They're all in one neat little cute pack as well.
Lovely.
They are nice.
I've been talking everybody into them.
I think she likes stamps by me.
Yeah.
Poor Michelle. There we go. Look at that. Let's just... What's that's taken 20 minutes max. Look at that. So that's the one she's just absolutely done on air there. Come on. She's even put some freckles in on cheek as well. What's this one? I didn't see this one. This is a bit posh. Look at this one in greys. Photograph.
But still looks real.
It does.
Because it needs depth. You can't just do it in a grey. And that's your lovely glitter. Well, Adele's crying.
We've all gone absolutely silent. Right, you need to screen grab these colours, what Michelle's done here. I'm so sorry, we haven't got a lot of time to do this class, but definitely next time, I'm going to allocate maybe an hour to Michelle, because I think you've appreciated it, haven't you? Let me know if you think it was absolutely worth the half an hour just showing you that face. Pop a comment underneath this video when we go off air to Michelle or to myself, and we'll see what we can do moving forwards. Aren't they cool? Come on, guys, you can do it as well. Michelle's just showing you in 20 minutes how easy it is. Check out the show items. All of the stamps are £9.50 as a club member. And those pens are available if you don't have an alcohol marker in your set. Have a play around with the different alcohol markers that you have in your set. Find one that you love. It doesn't have to be stamped by me. If you love it, play with it. Get some artwork made like that, because it just looks really, really cool. Thank you so much. You're definitely coming back, and you're definitely getting an hour next time, I promise. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Don't forget, up next is the lovely Emma from Thirsty Brush, and Carly's going to be presenting it. I will apologise now for how loud that show is going to be. I'll see you all. See you all later. Bye.